you can cage Ino, right? Like whether you can stop her from getting started, because Zato has a lot of control at a lot of spots on the screen, but you know, once she gets working and that guitar gets swinging, I mean, she makes a melody that you just can't escape from. It's so brutal.
You know, we've seen a couple of Inos, Idom, Daru, and they both play ridiculous. I've seen a lot of tech from both of these players. However, Daru Ino has a lot of heart. Like you said, behind him playing this character. He does it for the character. I've seen his arcade stick, but we're going into it, ladies and gentlemen. The first game Guilty Gear Strive of this top 8 is going down right now. Daru Ino going up against the young Swede Leffen. Here we go.
The cape's still flapping, and she barely moves. In there, ready for it. Intros rocking, and it's going to be about that pace. Can Daru set it? Can he keep up and make sure that Leffen doesn't get a chance to just run this offense where, you know, Zato is a character where when he gets in, when he gets going, it's terrible. It's so bad for every character in the game, and Leffen is the kind of player who capitalizes on that style. He really wants to run you over and run stuff that's so consistent, so powerful, you never have a chance to play.
Nope, that's definitely true, but here we go. Duel 1, let's rock. And all it is now, I feel like it's going to be a game of knockouts. Ino, she lives in that realm, and she likes to make you guess over and over. Zato, on the other hand, he knocks you down, and you basically just die. You can't block, you're dead. You don't know how to deal with Pilser, you're dead.
Yeah, we see all the notes getting shot already. We saw Leffen with the early drunkard shade to reflect it. It actually holds the angle she shoots it at, so it's important where you put it. There's the drunkard, but chase down. Big jab on wake up. Leffen does it, and the immediate dive, by the way, gold burst.
Oh, early. It instantly goes for the super spending. Some of that meter you just earned from the gold burst.
Oh, yeah. Oh, block the gold burst right after. No punish, but Daru on the hunt. Throws the 6P. Gonna be a setup here. Went for the low, missed the throw, and Leffen, big opportunity.
Yeah, you didn't see the OTG right there. I wonder why. Didn't take that hard slash or just keep the pressure. But here we go. Birdman hands, that's Anamorphous through the wall. What happens next?
Oh, yeah. And there is meter here. You gotta watch the YRC from Daru. He might try to escape with it, or the super even. There's the YRC blocked and baited.
You're gonna go through the glass, and we don't even need that to happen, because that's the end of the first round. Leffen.
Yeah, YRC is huge, right? It's such a big part of this matchup because it gets rid of Eddie, and obviously, you know, you get to go for that pressure against Zato after, but because of that, Zato players are always scouting for it, and we see the wall break. Positive bonus.
Yeah, gets the charge on the dive right here. Ooh, far S, goes straight in the piercer. And he's gonna get back to this wall. We're gonna see another wall break. Leffen just making sure the momentum stays in his favor. Ino, one of those characters that does the exact same. I wanna see what the option is now. Piercer again.
Meter available. It could be super this time for Daru. Gets hit, and this is tough to burst the burst bait. Again, I mean, one thing that Leffen himself has said about Daru is his burst sucks. Right? He's like, this guy just, he gives them away. His bursts are really just in spots that are obvious or very, like, you know, clear that he's going to go for it, and that's a big hallmark of Daru's plan. He's very scrambly. He has a lot of really strong offense, but when he bursts, like, he tends to just do it at the most, like, oh god, it slipped away from me, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, and I feel like he likes to party, bro. Like, Ino's offense is so strong that I feel like it really does benefit his game style. Ino gets that knockdown, she throws you in the washer and the dryer, and you're like, yo, what just happened?
Yeah, it feels bad. I mean, that's just how it goes. Wow, the low profile 2K under the 2H. This is big counter hit there, looking for the burst, and Leffen gives it up later, so burst timing was successful, and I kind of like the delay on it.
Yeah, tried to move right there. You saw the purple beat combo. Damned Fang, what's your idea? Throw him in the Shark Tank. Gold burst.
Gold burst there.
The depressive scale gets rid of opposed right there with the Eddie. Still a wasted strategy, but still.
You see the note on that, shot it all the way to the top, and that kills Eddie. That also hits Zato. This is a big chance YRC successful. Daru out of there. Eddie gauge refilled, so you gotta watch for the summon, and there it is.
I like Daru actually aiming the note to antidepressant for the ankles, right? Yeah. And for where that actual Eddie is going to pop up. 6H to get the kill. Leffen once again getting that first game.
Yeah, looking really, really successful here, that round on the board. And again, Daru has not been able to get this offense going very well. Leffen is picking spots really wonderfully and just really not getting caught in bad situations very often.
You know, one of the things I noticed about Daru Ino is that his defense, when you reflect note, is superb. It's only been a few people that's been able to stop him from like going ham after he gets that note on top of him.
Yeah, and the way he uses her movement is excellent too. He very rarely flubs these situations. I love the jump D in the air from Leffen there. After air blocking, you still have an air action, so good choice.
Chase.
Oh, big drop. That was huge.
Oh my god.
Man, Daru had a big chance. Note kills Eddie, and the air-to-air is okay, I think, for Leffen. You know, he's going to be able to land here.
6P, RC to keep it going, no burst. There it is. 5P, RC tries to go for the side switch, didn't work out.
That's the problem of having somebody have your back like Eddie. Sometimes he's not looking. He went the complete wrong way right there.
Sometimes you're not synced up, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh, even though you're a symbiote. Close as faultless defense to get out of there.
Wow, what a chemical love to snipe there. That was so good. Look at this zoning. This Eno zoning from Daru Eno.
Full
to close
screen.
it out. Full screen away.
All right, here we go. Daru Eno coming back, getting this second round in game number 2.
Yeah, I love the way this is being played so far from Daru. He's just a really crafty approach. He's not too overzealous on how he's doing things. Using those new changes to Eno, the distance on chemical love is a big deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, the full screen game is definitely working out. You don't even want to engage Zato while little Eddie is on the screen. Getting rid of it first and then going in is probably the best option. The full screen game is really gonna help out there.
Beats the burst. And this is gonna be wall break into super on the ground. Huge damage. No guts from Zato, so he's dead.
Take the Band-Aid off. You're dead, bro.
How it goes, man. Zato, he's a very strong character. He controls a lot of spaces on screen, but when he gets hit, he pops. That's just a big problem for this character. And you can see, when this chaos gets going, when we get scrambly and weird things happen, that's where Daru can really take advantage.
No, that's true. The scramble Eno game is actually really, really strong.
Yeah.
Because all you really need is a knockdown to get that game started. You can see Leffen trying to play it out far S just to keep the range, show some respect, 2D on top of it.
Yeah, and Daru is the perfect amount of calculated and a little wild. You know what I mean? Like, he really is so crafty, and then all of a sudden he just does something that you don't expect at all. It's a big strength of him as a player, and we see it here.
What a 6P. Goes for that Eddie pressure. He says no. Hold this chemical love. That is an air dash. You hit a K. No. False.
Oh, and the challenge on the ground, even though it's plus. Leffen not happy about that, I'm sure. That's why we see the burst.
Right. 2S on top of it as well. It's really interesting that Eno's 2S beat Zato's 2S in that situation. 6H to get the wall break. And I'm going to tell you right now, Daru Eno has so much Zato experience after coming from that house and playing all the time. You got to believe he's ready for this.
Oh, yeah, and there's a lot of really strong Zato players, even in Japan, so it's one of those things in Asia in general. There's a lot of players they get experience from. We saw, it's a lot about, wow, Ross 6H. It's a lot about Leffen being able to control the pace of this. And as I mentioned earlier, that's a key part. You can see it slipping away, right? Daru is slowly just making these openings count more and more. And the more this slips away from Leffen, the harder it's going to be.
Did you see what happened there? He put the note on, and even though the pole's activated, it killed Eddie anyway. That was so smart. Works out in favor, gets through, goes straight for the raw super, hold this antidepressant scale, knockdown once again, rinse, recycle, repeat, guard break. Faultless, and goes for the low to close up. Daru Eno is definitely getting into his bag right now.
Oh, yeah. And, if you're a Leffen here, it's like you got to take a breath, right? There's a lot happening. This match is very scrambly. There's a lot of things going on. Daru, his movement is impeccable. So it's on Leffen to really sit here and say, okay, how do I stop this? How do I slow the pace down and I control things with Eddie? And maybe I think the answer is, he's hanging out far away a lot. Maybe the answer is to get a little closer and try to engage.
No, I can see exactly what you're going for. Leffen not going to let that happen without a fight, though. I'm going to tell you right now. He really needs to start this offense because if you don't stop Eno, she gets this knockdown. I feel like a lot of times it's her round.
Oh, yeah.
2S, RC, YRC, excuse me. Dash up quick, faultless. Checks with the S. Dive, and what a check with the 5P. RC gets the side switch this time. Calls out the burst from Daru. Oh, and kills the little Eddie once again.
And that big old 5H swinging that thing. Doesn't matter to him. Daru, 1 round away from moving into our winners finals here. Top 3 of the tournament with Eno.
Daru Eno, play me a song. Defense, that's what you're on right now. And you gotta be careful because the wall is about to break. Takes the knockdown instead, and you can see Daru Eno just using a little bit of that faultless.
Ooh, that was a punish, but yeah, 2S doesn't combo into that unless it's counter hit.
Yep.
Look at that, he finds the mark.
Goes for the Psycho Crusher just to get, Anamorphous. And I feel like this is just a check. Like, hey, get away from me. Gets a little Eddie out right there. Unsummons to keep it safe. Here comes Daru Eno. Gets the big counter hit on the stand H from Zato.
Yeah, look at the zoning game again. Note's going to come out soon. You know it. And there it is. Slides it on the ground. And that's it. There goes Eddie again. This is huge. Daru King, if he gets a hit here while Eddie's dead, that's it right there. He finds his way in. Confirm into the corner. Not enough of the wall splat. The 6P. Almost
the jump
dead.
Out 5P gets the RC. Side switch again. Here comes Leffen. He's going to get the wall break. No meter for the super. Does not get the wall break. Calls out the burst.
Gotta watch also Note RC here from him as well. The counter. Huge Leffen using that jump D in the air to fly Eddie forward and then lands with that jump S, just crossing up Daru.
And of course, this is first to 3, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be fooled. You got to get 3 games to get the dub, to get the set. One of these guys going to loser's side.
Oh, yeah, look. fishing for that chemical of, look, put the note over Eddie and then piloted it down to hit Zato. And this is big burst right there. I love the timing from Leffen. That 6K was a miss. Probably supposed to be summoned with drills. And now this is really bad. Leffen lost Eddie again. He's got to try to, you know, maybe use meter to get some time or something like that.
I like that invite to hell to try to keep the ground clean. Nice, uses the meter, gets the hit a little bit out of range after the pierce. Tries to go for the frog, not going to work out. But gets the knockdown. Here comes Leffen.
Empty low, he lost Eddie though, so this is a chance here for Daru. 6 feet, moved him under, but didn't anti-air.
Ooh, good defense. Does not fall victim to the dust. Calls out the sword.
Pressure. And it's the kill. That's the classic. You put the oppose on them so they can't swing. Runs up for the throw. Leffen ties it up 2 apiece.
Yeah, that wasn't easy, though. I can tell you right now, these games going on, Daru Ino is getting stronger and stronger, it feels like, defensively. And just calling out some of the things Leffen really wants to make happen. Zato is a snowball character. You stop him early, you don't have to worry about it later on.
I think the use of Leffen with his flight right there was incredible. Like, he really used fly to kind of buy time and land in places that Daru wasn't ready for. He just did it again. Burst is on the table here, doesn't go for it right away. Yeah, Leffen very conscious of it too. And that's going to be a wall splat, gets the 6H. Eddie's dead, but he does have meter for Amorphous here, or BRC.
Ooh, actually got the counter hit, confirmed to the close S, and here comes Daru Ino.
Oh, this is bad baits, the burst. You cannot burst there. Second time it's been baited, drops on the combo, but immediate YRC baited, double baited.
Bro, I caught 2 fish with 1 bait. Look at me go, I'm a champion. Leffen gets that first round of the potential last game of the set right here. It's tied right now, but Leffen with the lead.
Oh yeah, and I mean, you can just see it, right? Those bursts are really costing Daru in the set. It's a big one right there. Air throw looks excellent from Leffen. No Eddie gauge here, but he can just extend the pressure. Love the FD into the 2S. Again, same thing, finding the whiffs.
Yeah, that stand edge got a lot more active. Oppose actually hits this time.
This hurts so much. This is a lot of damage here for Leffen. Plus he has the bar for the wall break. Daru in a dire spot. Doesn't wall break, so he gets the extended pressure instead, which is even better.
But this also keeps Daru Ino alive. No wall break, goes straight back to the pressure. Side switch, and Leffen has a huge lead, but 50% meter.
I love that he backed off there. Leffen didn't overstay his welcome, and you can just see Daru struggling here. Okay, 6B spends the bar, jump D, double jump D for the pickup. Oh, the mix! YRC available, doesn't block it. It's a slump. He's got a gas.
Strutting up. Oh, die for the YRC.
2S is just a bare miss. Burst on the table for Daru. They have been dire. The block and the punish from Leffen. Moving into our winners finals over Daru Ino.
Setting up that sights. Lined on grand finals, obviously. Leffen a big player here. And a lot of people was looking at him to make it far. Already in top 8 and now winners finals.
Yeah, EVO champion, right? Someone who is very experienced. And those kind of nerves hit different here. You know what I mean? Like, if you're an incredible player, you're good at a lot of tournaments all over the world, that's a big deal. But here at EVO is a different beast entirely. Your nerves can really be shot up there. And a lot of bad things can happen just on the merit of the stage that you're at.
You know, a lot of players get on that stage and they get nervous, especially in some tense situations where you really don't know what's about to happen. Guilty Gear Strive is a vital game. You have to be careful the entire time, because if you get hit, the damage cash out is actually really large, and the defense is really integral to staying alive. Daru Ino staying alive on the loser's side. Leffen, winners finals.
Yeah, that's a big win there for Leffen, especially. I think, you know, looking at a lot of the people in this top 8, you know, he beat Lost Soul yesterday, so Umisho on the other side, maybe he's feeling okay about, and then on the other side, there's Slash, right? Someone who is, you know, very good against Sato. So you have to feel like it's got to be tough for Leffen. Even though he gets this win against Daru, his next 2 opponents are both so dangerous.
Yeah, that's true. That route is looking really dangerous for Leffen. I mean, but if we talk about the route he took to get here, he took out Latif, one of the favorites to win this tournament. On top of that, definitely beat Latif before. We saw it in that Twitch Rivals, but I really like the offline coming into play, right? A lot of these players getting their first dose of this offline competition Guilty Gear, and they're really adapting.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, like, if you look at the bracket,